How's it going, everybody? This is going to be a highly requested video. I've had a leveling guide for characters leveling from 100 to 105, and even if you are not level 100 and 100 yet, moving to 105, this is still going to be a good guideline for you on which characters are worth your investment. So let's jump right into it, because we're going to do every single character in Marvel Strike Force with a very brief explanation as to why, okay? So let's get this started with Apocalypse. Apocalypse is an MVP character. Now, what do I mean by a 105 MVP? Most players in this game are going to be held back by the amount of gold and training materials they have, even when they hit a new level, right? Let's put aside, I think it's like 44,000 experience to go from level 100 to 101. Even putting all that journey aside, when you hit level 101, you're not going to be able to all of a sudden bring up 100 characters to 101, because it's probably going to cost millions of gold and thousands and thousands of training materials. So when I say 105 MVP, it's like when I hit level 101, this guy goes to 101 immediately. And I probably am not leveling people who aren't one of my MVPs unless I get really far ahead of whatever my goal is, my goal is for when I hit 102 to be able to bring these MVP characters one level higher. All this to say, these are the characters you level first, okay? Deadpool. Deadpool's on the Mercs for Money team. A really good team. He's got that immortality he gets when Old Man Logan is on the field, unless there's a permanent kill, right? Does a lot of damage, good stun, great on the war team, but Old Man Logan is doing most of the lifting on that team anyway. For that reason, I put him as a Kraken snack. I think that, you know, war teams, though this guy does get used in Crucible, really impactful if you like war, I just don't see him giving that much benefit. So he gets the Kraken snack treatment. Echo! Listen, this is going to be an awkward one, because we've seen a lot of people using Echo lately against, like, Odin Illuminati in Crucible to stop the assist from Odin so that he doesn't get his battlefield effect up even if he reaches a special. For that reason, we got a Kraken snack here. I am going to put these in the order I think they have priority in. Echo is definitely below Deadpool. Doom. Again, I see Doom on defenses in War and Crucible, so he's not horrible, but he is a Kraken snack. I would put him above Echo, below Deadpool here. Carnage. Listen, the next raids here, Hivemind has to be taken out somehow, right? They're going to find a way to phase out Hivemind and Extreme. North Star's probably going to play a big role in that, right? So he's not like really high up here. He's not like, oh, this is a raid MVP character. Not so much. He goes back to the Kraken snacks because I do see this guy on Crucible and War Defense all the time. Once again, I'd probably put him above Doom, below Deadpool here, because I do see the three-piece Hivemind team, which includes Carnage, doing some pretty good stuff. Black Bolt. Okay. Black Bolt. Let's see. Not an MVP. I don't even consider him a second stringer. I think he'd be a last priority, but still higher than this, because he does make the best Illuminati team in Crucible on the defensive side. And this is one of two actual meaningful teams. And for him to actually get his burps and kill people is monumental to that team's success. So I do think that Black Bolt makes the cut. He does. Yeah, I think so. Somebody's saying Null might give Hivemind a second life when we get him. Maybe in Crucible and War, but not in raids. Because they've already said Null is a mythic or mystic character. So he does not get to go into the raid section with Hivemind. Blade, 105 MVP. There is no discussion here, guys. He is an absolute extreme powerhouse on his team in raids and War and Crucible. And he's going to be farmable soon. So you're going to be able to get him up to 7 stars. No idea when his diamonds are going to be farmable, because they did do an event for that, as well as the Dark Dimension 8 race. He's still a 105 MVP. Once you get this guy maxed out, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, Calling Wing, leave as is. Dark Beast, leave as is. God, I'm blanking on his name. Bullseye, leave as is. There's a Hit Monkey team coming eventually. We voted for that, right? Maybe that'll be a mercenary team. Maybe we'll see the resurgence of this guy, but I think that's far off. Ares, okay. Ares is a 105 MVP if you like War. If not, he's probably a 105 last priority. I'm going to put him up here, though, because I do use him in Crucible all the time, too. And when he does hit, he does do a good amount of damage. You want him to land his abilities, which he always does anyway. He's got those new character stats. We're going to talk about what the new character stats imply here, which we will once we reach a certain character I have in mind. If you use Ares on the offense, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's so impactful. He absolutely wrecks face. If you have him on the defensive side, he can be an absolute nightmare, but he's more just a mechanical tool instead of any sort of offense there, right? He's still an MVP character just because he is like a one-man team for war, though. I really like him. Let me know what you guys think about that pick. I think that's a controversial one. Ebony Maw, leave as is. Captain America World War II, leave as is. Cloak and Dagger, yeah, the New Warriors team is dead, guys, in Crucible. Yes, if you already have them built up, you might see some use out of them. They definitely don't meet the criteria to waste your gold or training materials on at this point. Maybe, Scopely, if you're listening, pick up on the momentum of Rivals and give these guys a rework, give them some cool skins or something, and get them back in the game. Because this power couple is super fun. All they would really need is a stat adjustment and a speed adjustment, and all of a sudden you have a really interesting theory crafting duo couple to play around with. Darkhawk, leave as is. Drax, leave as is. Abomination and just the Gamma team in general, I'm going to go hunt them down. They're going to be a leave as is as well, guys. Yeah, they don't pass the mustard test anymore. Well, the 4 Gamma people, the 4 green people don't pass the mustard test anymore. Apocalypse Gamma was a really good war team, but Apocalypse is starting to get pulled off to be a little bit more useful in like Undying against these much bigger teams. So the Gamma team definitely falling off. All right, Black Panther Shuri. God, she is amazing. She's definitely above Black Bolt at the very least, but I might even put her here 105 after MVPs. Yeah, I would put her there. I'd put her 105 after MVPs. Because if she reaches her ultimate, it's absolutely devastating for you. Her surviving, and she's going to need the stats to survive in this new level world we're about to move into against the new meta characters. If this team doesn't hold up anymore against the new meta characters at level 105, Crucible is going to be in a pretty dire state. We're going to have to wait and see. Captain Marvel, leave as is. The A-Force team is dead. Absolute A-Force is the way to go now. Black Panther 1 million, War Dogs, Wakanda team. Unfortunately, they're dead again. We'll see if they can bring them back. I think so. Black Cat. Black Cat actually gets a lot of interesting plug-and-play, even outside of her Secret Defender team, which can still see some use in various War and Crucible comps. Where would she go? I think she's a Kraken snack. I think she's the best Kraken snack that we have on this list so far. Yeah, I think she's the best Kraken snack we have on this list so far, I would say. Archangel dead. Domino dead. Voodoo dead. Deathlock dead. Daredevil dead. Colossus dead. Corvus Glaive dead. Agent Venom dead. Beta Red Bill dead. The Ancient One. Okay, the Ancient One is not a Kraken snack. Ancient One is a really damn good character. I think she's a 105 after MVPs. I do. Because by the time we hit 105, for most players, this character is going to be farmable. She will be. At the speed they're going, she'll be farmable, or she'll be in the Battle World story. You'll be able to farm her up that way. She's currently in the pass of some kind, so people are going to get higher stars for her. When she lives to do her special, if she gets the flips and she does her damage, it's insane. And you need her to live for her passive to give Shadow King energy so that he could potentially ult turn 1. This is a great character. Yeah, 105 after MVPs for sure. Chavez, Kraken snack, right? The people put her on war defense because she is somewhat interesting there. It really doesn't matter about her level or anything like that. It's just what her passive does. The only reason she wouldn't be leave as is, you put her as Kraken snack, and she'd be the bottom of this list, is that you don't want, if we find, and this is just a hypothetical, some team down the line that you have to do a burn attack against, you would love to find a way that your America Chavez can survive that burn attack and still provide her speed bar to the team. Captain Britain, Captain Brexit, the one who started the downfall of Marvel Strike Force. Is he an MVP? No. He's a 105 after MVPs, and he's above Black Panther Shuri. Let's talk about why. Amazing character. When I think about 105, I think about the linchpin of their team, hyper effective in their game mode, but also in other game modes, and just the levels you put on them, you instantly see the benefit, especially if the levels do what we think they're going to do, and that's going to be a 20% stat increase. Captain Britain, he's going to land his stun anyway. He's going to take his hits, but as we see from the Moon Dragon, Captain Britain interaction, he's just vulnerable to these new character stats, and we need to talk about those character stats before we move on, okay? Levels have always increased linearly. What do I mean by that? Levels increase your character stats by 20% from 95 to 100. If they follow this trend, you can expect this to happen, okay? At level 95, Blade's damage is 327,000. Captain Britain's is 133,000. At level 100, Blade's damage is 394. Captain Britain's 161. The net difference here for Blade and the levels is nearly 70,000. For Captain Britain, it's nearly 30,000. So when we see these different progression paths come out, the way characters scale, it's going to greatly lean towards these new characters. So you will not see the same sort of difference on the old characters, which is Illuminati and previous, and the new characters, which is Annihilators, but really more so the Orcus team and above. Okay? Listen, great war character. You do get some use out of her, but super niche. I would put her as a Kraken snack. Some people will still find use out of that, but she could easily find herself, Electro I'm talking about, in the leave as is, unless they start like increasing the war rooms, I guess. Deathpool. So new warriors are dead, but she's on that Mercs team. She would be very far low on this. She gets kicked off whenever you need some sort of extra power on that Mercs team. So let's put her at the very bottom. I would move this over. I think I would still leave Echo above Deathpool. That's horrible. Cosmo, the Nowhere team. If you don't have them built up now, you wouldn't build them up, and if you have them at level 100, they would be super last priority, especially Cosmo. Doc Ock, Superior 6. This is a rough one. Oh, this is a super rough one. That whole team is going to be a Kraken snack, right? They got these old character stats. We already see them struggle. Like, a Superior 6 team, straight Superior 6 and a straight Astral, in Crucible at even levels struggles. Add 20% stats to both teams, it's going to benefit Astral more, as we just showed. And Superior 6 is going to be in a really bad spot, so definitely low on that list. Cull, leave as is. Cosmic Ghost Rider. I love this character. Cosmic Ghost Rider, like Chavez, even outside of his team, is going to see a lot of value. So, I would... Where does he go? He's better than this. He's better than this. Better than this. Better than this. Better. He's better than all of them. He's a Kraken snack, but he's really high up there. Really high up there. Electra, garbage. Blob, garbage. Bishop. You actually want Bishop smaller than you want him bigger, okay? Black Knight. Okay. Black Knight, old meta stats, but a super interesting kit. Where is he going to end up? He's not a last priority. He's probably a 105 after MVPs. But he's probably going to be the tippy top of this list. I don't think many characters are going to make me want to do them over Black Knight just because of that Black Knight Skrull interaction. Just in Crucible, if I see a Skrull team, say with Annihilators, and I can't use Cabal there, if I have Black Knight and I level him to 105 fairly quickly, he's going to save my bacon. Right? And his damage is solely based off his health, so him getting 20% increased health will be great. Wish he had the new meta stats, but at the same time, I don't. Because then we have to face that. That sounds horrible. Beast, an Uncanny Avenger. Did you guys do difficulty 2 of the Spotlight Prologue? I haven't done the real raid yet, the one that's going to have Hercules in it. I hear that there's going to be new characters on it, though. That was tough. My 3 Diamond Beast, 3 Diamond Falcon, 3 Diamond Storm, and 3 Red Star, Jean, did struggle. It was rough, and there's a Black Cat on one of the nodes that she could just kill your entire team. I think this team's going to need to be bigger for difficulty 2 if you want the benefit of simming the nodes. And I do want that. I don't want to have to play the raid nodes every single day. I'm going to put Beast in probably the entire Uncanny Avenger team, 105 after MVPs. Yeah, and they're going to get used in War and Crucible, so it's not a total loss. Anti-Venom garbage. Okay, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange in the Astral team. I'm going to put him at a 105, but last priority. I think there's other Astral members I would much prefer to have leveled before him, and I'd prefer to have multiple teams getting jacked up than just a single team at a time. Dakin. Oh, Dakin is a 105 last priority. Him and Old Man Logan are a crazy couple. He still does insane damage. I'm putting him at the height of 105 last priority. He's not a Kraken stack. He's more than a Kraken stack because of his use in Crucible. Anytime there's a stealth character, his use in like towers and stuff like that, he's a great character. Yeah, he'll be at the high end of last priority. Cyclops, dead character. Coulson, listen. New Avengers is a great war team. If you don't have them built up now, definitely don't do it. And if you do have them built up now, they still, by the time a regular person is looking at, you know, these niche war teams to level up, there's going to be new teams that come out that'll just far surpass this. The new Captain America team, whatever the case may be. Like, we don't have infinite resources in this game, right? Crystal garbage. Peggy, Kraken snack for sure. Above Chavez, below everybody else. I'm gonna put Doc Ock above Deathpool too, and above. Yeah. I mean, Superior 6 is gonna be high on the Kraken snacks, probably up here somewhere. Crossbones garbage. Infestation garbage. Absorbing Man just not gonna be a thing anymore. Adam Warlock. Oh god, guys, Adam Warlock. If Null comes out the same way in Battle World, the boss Null I'm talking about in Battle World, the way we just saw him. He's still a really good bleed character. Him with Omega Red and the new Omega Red with some bleed characters like a Mephisto and a Old Man Logan or something like that, or Black Knight. I don't hate this. I don't hate him as a solo character. This is a what if though. This is a what if. I think it's gonna come back the same way, and if so, I'll say he's a Kraken stack of the highest order, because you're gonna want to score big on the Battle World leaderboards if you're a Kraken. Agatha, holy shit, Agatha's crazy. Agatha, if not... No, I can't not do it. I can't not. I'm just thinking right now, like, what was my last interaction with Agatha? She one-shot an entire team for me. She saved the day. Enough said, her ultimate is bonkers. She's definitely on the same tier as Blade. Blade, because he gets to go first, he kind of sets the stage. He's got the perma-kills. I think Blade is a bit better, especially with that Awakened passive if you have it, but Agatha goes nuts. Agatha high up there. Mortal garbage, Panther garbage. We have another copy of Blade. We're just going to ignore that. Let's just throw it down here so we don't get bothered by him. Where'd he go? All right, he disappeared into the group somewhere. Bucky Barnes, garbage. Cable. Cable, part of that Immortal X-Men team. That Immortal X-Men team is not bad. 105 last priority or Kraken snack is the question. What does Cable do for the team? It's mostly Storm, Polaris, and the other three just exist. He's you know what, he's gonna be a Kraken snack. He'll be a Kraken snack, I think, of the highest magnitude. If you like Crucible, this team is gonna struggle as we get more Crucible defense teams thrown in there, like Omega Red. I think the Immortal team wouldn't really do much there. So yeah, I'm fine with that. Captain America. Well, if we put Peggy as a Kraken snack, Captain America goes right beside her. Dazzler, garbage. Garbage. Emma, garbage. New Emma, not garbage. New Emma, amazing character. Is she a last priority, though? I think she is. Yeah. I'd put her just below Strange, maybe. Her health gives crazy barrier. I take it back. Above Strange. And above Dawkins. No, her barrier goes nuts. Her barrier goes crazy. Yeah, I'm good with that. Falcon. Oh my god, this guy carried me in the prologue. I was talking about how I was struggling with the prologue, right? He's going to be high on this after MVP's list. Again, because I just don't want to struggle in the Spotlight 2 raid. And he's so amazing in War 2. Yeah, I'm putting him there, guys. Yeah, listen, if I was able to use Illuminati on offense, which I do in War, but not in Crucible, I would care more about the Illuminati. But once again, with the new character stats coming in, Falcon getting an extra 20%, like, it's just, he smacks. He smashes! I don't know what else to say. Phantom X, garbage. Whatever her name is, garbage. New Warrior is dead. Forge! Kraken snack, because the Extreme team does still see use in War and Crucible. They get rolled over. I don't think any amount of stats is going to stop them from getting rolled over. I do 100% expect them to get phased out of the raid meta. So would the extra 20% keep them in that meta for any amount of extra time? Probably not. Right? It's going to be mechanics that kick them out of the raid meta. People will still, like Krakens will still do this though, for War and Crucible defense reasons. It could cause an issue here or there, especially if they're facing non-Krakens who, like, let's say a Kraken gets to level their Extreme to 105, but a non-Kraken can't level their Superior 6 to 105. That 20% stats could be the difference maker. Forge just not dying, getting that on top. I could see that being a difference maker. Yeah, I can see that being a difference maker. All right, we'll put him pretty high on that Kraken list then. Gambit, same reason. Gambit pings can be debilitating. I put him above Forge. Wait, where'd Gambit go? Hello? What? Archangel tried to steal Gambit's shine there. Get out of here, Archangel. You're trash. I would, Gambit above Black Cat? No. No, not quite. Not quite. Gamora. That Illuminati sack is only going to go so far, guys. I'm not sure we want to lean into that one. Ghost. Ghost is getting a rework. We know Ghost is getting a rework. She won a character poll. We don't know... Well, we know she's going to be on the Thunderbolts team. We don't know what mode that's going to be for. I'm going to put her as a last priority. Here's my thinking here, guys. By the time we're at 105, and by the time we see whatever this Thunderbolts team is, which I assume is going to come out when the movie does, Ghost is going to be a rework character, along with Taskmaster. The other three are going to be new characters. We're going to have to level them up from scratch, including the star levels. We'll be leading on Ghost for whatever that mode is. Regular Ghost Rider, garbage. Ghost Spider. Ooh, crack the stack again. Low on the totem pole. Higher than Rebirth. Higher than Deathpool. Higher than Echo. Higher than Carnage. I think I'm comfortable putting the Spider Society team here as a whole, basically. Spider Society team is still very good. We're still seeing a lot of use out of them. They're not high on the priority list. I think 3 raid teams are going to get phased out in the next raid tier. Spider Society, Extreme, and Hive Mind. I just, with the old stats, I just don't see a world where Scopely doesn't take advantage of that and phase them all out. Ghost Rider Robbie. Man, this guy's an interesting character, right? He'd still be a Kraken snack. He still has really good, like, buff clears, damage, speed bar, manipulation, stuff like that. So I'd still put him on the Kraken snack list. Not above it, though. You can still see use with Undying, too, which is interesting. Where do I put him? I think he goes right beside Black Cat, yeah. I think I'm comfortable putting him right beside Black Cat. That's good. Graviton. Unfortunately, garbage. Hopefully we see an AIM rework at some point. Green Goblin. Okay, let's talk about this. This is a tough one, because I want to put Green Goblin as a 105 last priority with the Superior 16. His damage is insane. His kit is awesome. His speed is decent. But like I said, straight Superior 6 versus straight Astro with everything else even. Astro's winning that, even in Crucible, which is so demoralizing, right? But if you build just Green Goblin and the rest Superior 6, does that give you enough benefit, or do you need the full Superior 6 team built up to 105? The new stats just mean so much. They really do. This list is almost going to be like the few teams that survive the stat difference, and then new stats is going to be up here, and everything else is going to be down here. I'm going to say Goblin and probably Slayer and Kraven can still get 105 last priority. They're on their last legs, but here's the thing. They're just going to shift to defense, right? They would be shifted at... Here's what's going to happen in Crucible. By the time we're leveling these guys up, they will probably shift to defense if we level them. There's going to be other teams that come out during this time where we might just bench Superior 6 forever. But Superior 6 could also just release Scorpion or Smythe or whatever they want and revitalize that team. That's a whole other conversation. My point is, the Superior 6 team finds themselves on defense, and then if you don't Kraken out on Doom and stuff like that, Doom gets one shot, you start putting like a Black Knight in with them maybe on the defensive side. Superior 6, I'm going to make this prediction, Superior 6 find themselves on defense very soon. Yeah, Sandman could revitalize the team. There's a lot they could do. Groot, listen, Scopely, you guys got to take advantage of that Marvel Rivals hype and start getting these rival characters some reworks and stuff. Groot, sadly, going to be a leave as is. Dorm is going to be a luxury character. Kraken Snack for sure. How high? Probably... Because he's using that Illuminati Odin team now, pretty high. I think right before Robbie Reyes is a safe place to put him. Yeah. Gladiator. Oh, the pre-taunting safeguard tank. He's going to be a 105 after MVPs. And I'm going to put him above Beast. And Ancient One. And Panther. Not above Britain or above Falcon, though. Gore. Same sort of idea here. Gore is an amazing character. He's going to be a 105 after MVPs, too. But I think he stays right there at the bottom of the list. Guardian. Offense up on Spawn Battery. Alpha Flight. He kind of gets subbed off the Alpha Flight team in War. But we're still using Alpha Flight in the current raids. I did not struggle in the prologue with my Alpha Flight. I don't know if they updated the Alpha Flight nodes in the new permanent Spotlight 2. I don't see why they would. I think he becomes a Kraken Snack. A high value Kraken Snack, though. Probably right around here. Lets you sim the nodes better, because you can absolutely lose. I've lost the Alpha Flight Sims battle in the prologue with, level 100 gear to 19 purple 3 characters. So, yeah, I put him there. Gwenum. Hive Mind Skrull. How long will they last in the raid tier? Probably not much longer. She's not part of that big 3 Hive Mind team that still gets used on on War and Crucible defense offense, so we'll put her much lower, below the out-of-time characters. New Avengers is dead. Hand characters are dead. Hank Pym is a freaking G, dude. His heal goes hard. He's a 105 after MVPs. The 3 new Illuminati members are definitely that. He's above Gore. I put him above Beast. And I think he stays there. I think he stays there for sure. Hawkeye. Can we introduce a new god tier and just put Hawkeye there? Rework Hawkeye, Scopely. Come on. Once again. Rivals hype. I'll hype the shit out of this character. Come on. Come on. Okay. Heimdall garbage. Hela. If you are a war player and you really like the Undying team, she is a 105 last priority. She's not a Kraken Snack. We need her to be alive. We like it when she spreads those bleeds. She's a 105 last priority if you have any sort of affinity for war. Hercules. Okay, Hercules is going pretty high up here. He's going to go 105 after MVPs. I put him above Beast. I need him to survive those nodes. He's going to be super low star level. In War, I want him to be able to give that offense up to Falcon when I do use that team. I think he goes above Hank, and I think he chills there. Hulkbuster garbage. Johnny garbage. Rework Fantastic Four. Garbage. Icarus. Yeah, Icarus is a leave as, guys. Icarus does not meet the Kraken Snacks anymore. My account's a Kraken account now, right? It won't be in 3 months from now once the spending has super drifted off. Like, I haven't spent whale money since Night Stalkers, but that benefit probably lasts about 6 months. I still don't use Icarus. I use him as a goof sometimes, but for the most part, never. Invisible Woman, she's not part of the raid team, but she is part of the war team. She's really good. She can see Crucible use just because of her retaliations. So is she a Kraken Snack? She's a straight war character on a pretty subpar war team. I'm going to put her as a Kraken Snack, but at the highest end of it. Yeah. Iron Fist garbage. Other Iron Fist garbage. Iron Heart. This is the Absolute 8 Force one. That team is really not performing super great in War. And we see Ironheart pulled off it. The very first character pulled off it. And then it's Wasp, right? And then you put like Skrull and Mephisto or something like that on it. So Ironheart is going to make the Kraken Snack tier for people that want to have full A-Force for whatever they're doing with it, right? How high does she make it? Probably not, honestly. Just because I've seen the Absolute A-Force team not doing so well as the full team, I think I put her even... I can't put her this low. I think I put her around here. Yeah, I think I put her around there. She's still a new character. Like, I would still invest in Ironheart before I would invest in Carnage. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. Ironheart, the Pegasus version, dead. Iron Man. Kraken Snack for sure. If Crucible ever finds a way to stop using the full Illuminati team, which we had for a while, right? People were using Captain Britain on his own, and then the Iron Man Illuminati elsewhere. Like, he is a really, really powerful character. People in the Shadow King trial, Iron Man outperforms Black Bolt in that node too. So, he's not a bad character. I put him as a Kraken Snack. I'd probably put him above these two, but below the Out of Time members, just because his use is kind of contingent on a very particular set of circumstances, whether they be the Shadow King trial or Captain Britain ever being able to get taken off of defense in Crucible. Iron Man 2. Amazing character. Such cool looks, such cool artwork. I kind of wish they reworked him instead of the old school Iron Man, just because of cool factor, but they didn't. It is what it is. Iron Patriot, Cabal. Cabal is still a great team. Cabal is a 105 last priority, though. Above Hela, above Goblin, above Black Bolt, above Strange. We do see these guys using in war still. But Strange has the Battle World mode. No, I can't pull the trigger to be above Strange. I can't. I do Goblin over Black Bolt, though. Okay. Jane Thor, garbage. Jean Grey. Again, I have concerns about Spotlight 2, Difficulty 2, and keeping these low-star characters alive in Crucible. I see that a 3-star Jean is more than enough to do what Immortal needs to do, because they're not tackling the two best defense teams anyway. They're only tackling the bottom 4. So this is just for raids. I'd put her up there. She hits everyone on her special and her ultimate, and with the whole team, Beast is going to give energy, so she'll be able to spam those. I think I put her at above Hercules. I'd probably put her above Ancient One, and above Black Panther, and above Gladiator, but not above Captain Britain. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that, because I prefer Crucible anyway, and she can help shave off some efficiency once we get higher stars on her. Jessica Jones, garbage. Jubilee, garbage. Juggernaut, garbage. Kahori, not garbage. Not garbage. Her Absolute A-Force team definitely letting us down, but she's great. Is she MVP level great, though? That's a tough one. Is she MVP level great? I use her in Crucible on defense. It's going to get 2 burn attacks, and then it's going to get smacked. Or it's just going to eat an Immortal team, if I don't have it with Mephisto. On offense, not much use there. In war, I do use this team. Would having the Absolute A-Force members higher power help me use them in war on my pure offense alliance? I don't think it's going to do enough of what I need to do. I think it's still enough to put her in the MVPs and above Ares, but I don't think it's enough to put her any higher than that. Not for me. Miss Marvel, dead. Kang, not dead. Kang, I'm not even going to say Kraken's deck. I'm going to say Kang is the last priority. And above Hela. And above Ghost. I don't know what the hell Ghost is going to do. I think I'm comfortable with, you know what? And above Black Bolt and Goblin. Because I use Kang in a multitude of teams, normally with Cabal, and normally he's doing more of the damage. Okay. I like him there. Because I use him with Cabal sometimes, and he really sets the stage, and he can really win me efficiency. Or I use him on his own team with like Tangled Web and Kestrel or Old Man Logan, and he helps do a lot of damage there. Permakills, get other people going, slow other people down. Yeah, Kang is still that guy. He's steadily falling off for sure. Karnak dead, Kate dead, Killmonger dead, Kingpin leave as is. Like, the Underworld team is amazing, but there is a big question mark with what the heck is going to go on with Taskmaster. If the Thunderbolts team is a war team, that's it for Underworld. Kitty Pryde dead, Korath dead, Korg dead, Kraven. I'll put Kraven in the Krakensnat territory. I'll put him above Doc Ock, but below these guys. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's fair. Still gets used in War, still gets used in Crucible, but every time a new team with new stats comes out, drops further and further. Oh, Lady Deathstrike, amazing character. Both on her team, the Orcus team, or with the Weapon X team, or as a solo plug-and-play character. I think she goes in the 105 after MVPs. I think she probably goes like after Hank before Beast, maybe. That's how much I like Lady Deathstrike. That's how much impact she's had and continues to have for me. And if you're ever on the defensive side and some poor soul lets her get an attack off, they're just dead. Lizard! Oh god, Lizard is going to be like the crack and snack of the crack and snack for Superior 6, because he just does his mechanic stuff. I'd put him below Guardian, below this, below Extreme, but above Deadpool. Below Deadpool. Above Spider Society. Yeah, okay. Loki dead. Team Loki dead. Longshot. R.I.P. X Factor. Where's your 5th member? Luke Cage. Goblin Queen. Magic. I've seen some interesting people talking about magic use with like Dark Phoenix and Omega Red and some other stuff as well. And with Storm because of the charges she gives. So some interesting talk there, but I haven't seen it yet. So for now, leave as is. But also, even on some sort of interesting team like that, she would just be there for the mechanics. Magneto dead. Please rework Magneto. Please. He's freaking Magneto, man. We got to see a Magneto rework or a new... I don't care. Bring out a new Magneto with a more interesting kit for Professor X release, at the very least. Man-Thing, definitely not a leave as is. He's a tank. Amazing character. I put him out as a 105 last priority. Above Hela, above Ghost, above... Yes, above... I think right here. I think in between Cabal and Superior 6. Because I love what he does with his team, and when he survives long enough to protect his team, which he does for the most part. Really impactful. Yeah, I like him. Mantis. This is another character that's big in Rivals right now that Scopely should capitalize on and put some love into them. Maria Garbage. M'Baku. I love that actor. Hopefully they can do something with M'Baku one day. Medusa, new character, pretty strictly war. Nothing interesting in her kit for plug and play. Just raw damage. It is a lot of raw damage, but it's just raw damage. Is she a crack and snack? They're having a lot of reasons for people to use Medusa, but that's right now. By the time we're talking about leveling people, I think, like, we're not going to be getting asked to use absolute A-Force in various events. So I think she'll probably be a Kraken snack, but super high up there, right? She'd be the highest of the high. She really kind of evolves the absolute A-Force team when you have her big to be more interesting. She makes enemies not spawn with evade, which is something that's true. Mephisto, just leave as is. Psycho boost this guy to 105. All right, especially when the diamonds come out and everyone starts putting diamonds on him. He's amazing. He is. I know I've saw another content creator say, like, diamonds on Mephisto don't matter. That's only if you're using Mephisto on defense. The second you're using Mephisto on offense, you feel the diamonds. I have 2 diamonds on my Mephisto from that leaderboard. I immediately felt the difference. I did. He actually lives to hit his ultimate when he's facing off against Odin's. When Odin starts getting diamonds, it'll just go back to him not being super affected by it. But, yeah. No, Mephisto, he's still definitely a level up. Definitely level him up. Sorry, not spawn with evades and death proofs. So yeah, Medusa does a couple interesting things. Minerva, really interesting character, but dead for now. Same with Misty. New Avengers, we talked about that. Then we got Moondragon. Okay, Moondragon and the Astral team. She's actually going to be pretty high up here, especially if people continue to do Odin Illuminati on defense. And especially if they start doing the pre-top version without Black Bolt. All of a sudden, Moondragon, a level 105 Moondragon, is going to gain more life than a level 105 Captain Britain does. Which means the striker attack is going to help you, and just the damage itself from her damage stat will go higher. This interaction where Moondragon can potentially one-shot Captain Britain will be more reliable once both of these characters level 105. So Moondragon, I think, it's really high up there just for that niche case, but also just because she's awesome with the Astral team. But that niche case puts her here. If not for that niche case, she'd probably be down here. Probably above Gore. But yeah, for now, she's going to go here. Just because of that niche case. It's very interesting. Very interesting. All right, Moon Knight. Oh, Moon Knight, Kraken stack, right? Honestly, he gets subbed out for raids. First one subbed out. He can be used in the other modes, but very, very niche cases. Or YOLO cases. Above Chavez. Above Gwenum. Right there. It's weird to see a new character stat so low, like with these two, but I think this is about right. Yeah, I think this is about right for him as far as the impact that he brings compared to what these other people can do. We already have both of these characters in. Okay, so we gotta hide both these characters. Where did Blade go? Here he is. We gotta bring them all the way down to the bottom. I don't know why I had multiple portraits of these guys. There we go. Okay. Moonstone! I just brought my Moonstone to Gear Tier 19 because I'm a cycle person, and you shouldn't do that. Leave her where she is, no matter where that is. Morbius, same thing. Morgan, same thing. Mr. Fantastic. The problem with Mr. Fantastic is that the Illuminati team right now is seeing a lot of use Odin, use Dorm. Use Odin, use Pretaunt. Use Dorm, use Pretaunt. So Mr. Fantastic on the Crucible side getting subbed at a lot, and if he's not with Hank Pym, he basically just doesn't get to get used. In War, I still see him. I still like the assists he does. His damage is still underrated. I think he's still a Kraken snack for his War use for a lot of players. Definitely above Chavez, above Moon Knight, above Iron Man, above the Out of Time tanks, above Deathpool, above Echo, above Electro, above Dorm, above here. And I think that's where I have a hard time starting to put him somewhere. I think that, yeah. Mr. Negative, the Underworld team, once again, we don't know what the heck's going to go on with Taskmaster, so he's got to go low. Mr. Sinister, such an iconic character. He needs some love. Miss Marvel, what is it? It's not classic. She just Miss Marvel, just dead on arrival. Miss Marvel Classic, the tank of the Absolute A-Force team. If she's not big, she dies so quick. I'm gonna put her as a 105 last priority, above Hela, above Ghost, above here, above Man Thing, and I can't put her above here just because I don't have the experience to put her any higher right now. Like, I've faced off against her. If you get caught in her trap, it's death. If you don't, though, it's just whatever. So, yeah, it's just kind of whatever otherwise. Multiple Man, no. Mysterio, no. Mystique, no. War Dog, no. Namor, yes. Namor, is he a Kraken snack? No. His damage still pumps. He'd be a 105 last priority. I would put him below the other Cabal members, though. I think I'd put him above Black Bolt, below Green Goblin. I think that's fair. Nebula, no. Negasonic, no. Nemesis, no. Nick Fury, no. I mean, if you find a use for Nick Fury, you're just going to use the special and go with God. Because he will die. Nico, man, Nico actually with her Absolute A-Force team, if you just want that speed up, pretty impactful. But I will say, you don't need her leveled for that. You would literally just be bringing her in to land her ultimate and do the speed up. The stats don't really matter at that point. Nightcrawler, absolutely. Nightcrawler going to be one of those rare old stat characters that still sees insane value. In fact, I have a hard time putting him in 105 last priority and not in 105 after MVPs. I have a hard time not putting him here. Something in my gut says not quite here. But I look at the other characters here, like Lady Deathstrike, Captain Britain, even like Gore, and I'm like, I actually used Nightcrawler to counter some of these characters. So I think just by that definition, he has to go into 105 after MVPs. And not the lowest either. Maybe right here. Between Hank and Lady Deathstrike. I think Nightcrawler's just that good. Yeah, he's just that good, I think. Night Nurse, no. Nimrod. Oh, yeah. Nimrod's amazing. The problem with Nimrod is, like, it's kind of like a raid-only team, right? Like, you put it on War defense, and it just gets smashed. You put it on Crucible defense. If it's not with Mephisto, it just gets smashed. But if he happens to get a turn off, it turns the tide. So he's going to be pretty high in the last priority. Jesus. Yeah, I got to put him above Goblin, I think. I think I have to put him above Goblin. Because he is farmable now. You're going to see a 3-diamond Nimrod's a different story. If he gets his turn, it's sayonara. See you later. Yeah, it just is. Nobu, no. Northstar. God, Northstar is a very interesting character, right? Needed for the Spotlight 2 raid, and I have lost that sim. I don't want to lose that sim. He's going to be a Kraken snack next to Guardian. I need to be able to sim that section. I know a lot of you guys are with me on that. Nova. Nova will be a Kraken snack of the lowest magnitude. Because although his entire war team is going to be like a leave at 105, Nova... Actually, no, I can't. Nova's going to stay a leave as is, doesn't he? I was going to say, like, in Crucible, 126, he's got to turn one stunt, but that's just not special anymore. It's not. We got Black Cat. We got Old Man Logan. We got Nightcrawler. We have Ares. We have so many turn one stuns. I don't think Nova works. I think Nova is a leave as is. Oath, on the other hand, is not. Oath is a great character. She's definitely going to be a 105 last priority, though. She's nowhere near like Blade or Agatha on this list. She does interesting stuff. She definitely scales the damage to a really high degree, so she's not going to be the bottom. But she's not going to be the top either. I think I put her like right here. She's still on the Ray team because she's the energy battery. I think that's fine. I think right there is good enough. I like what they did with her. I like how her like existence came to be. I like her kit. Nothing but positive things to say, but she's just not like special. Odin, Jesus Christ. I mean, Odin's gonna be the tippy top of this list, right? For now. Until like Professor X. Like I think Odin will still be better than Null. But I think until Professor X comes, he's just the tippy top. We don't have to say anything there. Okoye! Old Man Logan. Old Man Logan. The king of old stats. Okay? He is the king of old stats. He will forever be the best character with the old stats. He's above Ares 1 billion %. Above Kahori, even though Kahori counters the hell out of him 1 billion %. Ahead of Agatha 1 billion %. Ahead of Blade 1 billion %. Is he ahead of Apocalypse? Is he ahead of Apocalypse? He might be even with Apocalypse. I think it's too much of a stretch to say he's ahead. They both need characters to get them to pop off, right? Like, Apocalypse needs protection or a speed up to get him to his ultimate, and then it's all bets are off unless there's a character like Miss Marvel, either Miss Marvels. Old Man Logan, he needs a character to kind of get him going, otherwise he's vulnerable. I think Apocalypse and Old Man Logan are close enough to just leave side by side. Omega Red, leave as is. The Weapon X team, if you don't already have them built up, not the time to do it. Not the time to push that team any further, in my opinion. Old Omega Red, Phoenix Force. Yeah, that's a different story. Omega Sentinel, she's going to be up there. But she's going to be Kraken snack, I think. No, she'll be a last priority. Here's the thing. The Orcus team and the Night Stalker team will be used in whatever the next raid tier is. But I could see us needing that infusion of levels for them to do what they need to do. I can't put her below Hela, though, and I don't know what Ghost is going to do, so I guess Ghost should be at the bottom, because we just don't know what it's going to do. But below Black Bolt? Yeah, below Black Bolt, I think. Yeah. Yep. Pandapool! God, Pandapool, not a bad character. We see great use in War. We actually see great use in Crucible sometimes, too, because of his immortality with Deadpool and Old Man Logan. I'm going to put him right here beside... Looking at this, I can't do it. I can't have the Mercs for money on the other side of Extreme. So we put the Mercs here, we put the Extreme here. And Panda over Deadpool. Yeah. Penny and Peter, yeah, they're going to go in the same place Ghost is. Ghost Spider. Because I do think the counters for this Spider Society team are starting to become very numerous. Without that war rule, they're becoming more and more susceptible. Same thing with Crucible. But they can still catch people off guard, which is why Kraken snacks, they definitely are. Penny above Ghost, Peter above Ghost, and we keep it like that. Phoenix to the moon, guys. We don't know the impact the Phoenix Force team is going to have, but I know it's going to have an impact. I just look at the kits, I know it's going to have an impact. She's going to be a last priority for me. Actually, I don't know. She could be a 105 after MVPs. I think she will be. I just think she will be. Thinking of her kit, it's just the Omega Red synergy and what she does. Above Gore, and that's where I'll leave her. This is a big question mark. But this two-piece team is going to go crazy. Photon. God, not a terrible character. She might have use in the coming Kill Tower. But we leave her as is. That was a tough one. Phyla leave as is. Polaris. Integral part of that Immortal team, especially because you're going to have to start using this Immortal team against not super speed bar teams. Because those speed bar teams are being covered by Odin, they're being covered by Mephisto, and Immortal can't do that unless they've already done 2 burn attacks, in which case you can find a different team to do it, right? And it feels like you're wasting Immortal. So in the event that Storm gets controlled, you want your Polaris ready to pop. Above Cable for sure. I'm going to put her at last priority. Above Hela. Above Mega Sentinel. I like that little autocorrect that just happened. Polaris, last priority, but not at the very bottom. Proxima Midnight, gone. Psylocke gone. Punisher gone. Capitalize on the rivals cred, my boys. Pyro gone. Quake gone. Quicksilver. Ooh. I mean, listen. Quicksilver can still catch you off guard if you're not super careful. With his speed bar stuff he gets when he gets a slow, I've seen him catch people, but it is a big Kraken snack. I put it above Chavez, above Gwenum. I can't bring it much past that, especially when we start losing the mystical buffs we're seeing right now. Red Goblin, he'll go the same place as Carnage, right? He'll be a Kraken snack for sure. We still see that on offense and defense. You want him bigger than Carnage? Yeah, he'll go there. That team's going to fall off for rates. Red Hulk garbage. Red Guardian garbage. Red Hulk not garbage. Red Hulk, it will be a Kraken snack because of his use with Apocalypse. Even just him, Brawn, Apocalypse with 2 more impactful characters in war, I could still see being a big thing. No love for the coming Thunderbolts team, unfortunately. I would have loved to see this guy with new stats. That would have been scary on the defense, but fun on the offense. Where does he go? Where does he go? Him with Apocalypse clearing extra revives is something I think we're going to see again in the future. Shoot. I'm trying to think. Do I use Red Hulk more than I use Black Cat, and in what circumstances? In War, I use Red Hulk more. In Crucible, I use Black Cat more. I care more about Black Cat. I care way more about these raids than anything else. I think he's between Black Cat and Robbie. Also, the more I think about this, the more I'm starting to care more about the Spotlight raid and not the Superior 6 team, which is super sad. Red Skull dead. Rescue dead. Rhino dead. Is this a new Rocket picture? This looks new. Has his portrait always been this horrible? Or this different, I should say. Maybe they will capitalize on some rival. Is that different, guys? Let me know. Rogue. Rogue is still used in the Extreme team. I mean, if we have the other Extreme members as the Kraken stacks, she goes here too. Probably right there. Yep, right there. Ronan, garbage. Other Ronan. Yeah, same thing, garbage. Sabretooth, garbage. Captain Sam. We know he's getting a rework. We know it's a war team. We also know Scopely will find a way to make you feel like you have to level this team. I wonder if he's going to get a stat upgrade. If Falcon gets a stat upgrade and then he can ult giving more speed bar, he would be a last priority. He'd be a really good character. Let's put him as a Kraken stack for now, because I know all the Krakens already leveled him to 100. And so they'll go up to 105 after that, regardless. It'll be a war. It's going to actually, if the kit leaks are to be believed, this is going to be an insane war defense team. And he's a huge part of that. Let's put him here then. If the kit leaks are to be believed. Okay. Sassamasquatch, Alpha Flight, Spotlight 2. I don't die. I don't want to have to heal you. And I don't want to have to manual play. So we need him to be super big. Scarlet, garbage. Scarlet Witch, still garbage. But part of a war team. I'm going to put her Kraken Snack. I would actually give her the nod over Invisible Woman because she does decay defense up, which is pretty interesting. Scientist Spring, the Orcus, but Kraken Snack, right? She's doing her thing, but not super crazy. The next raid tier, will she need it? Good question that nobody asked. I would say Kraken Snack. I would say probably like here. No, like here. Yeah. She'd be very low on the list to level. But I would still probably prefer to have a maxed out Orcus than to start working on these other teams. These other pieces of other teams, I should say. Scream! Hey, maybe when Null comes, we'll see some Scream love. I brought my Scream to Gear Tier 19, Purple ISO 3, just to use in Dark Dimension 8 as a goof, and she was pretty awesome. Sentinel, this is a different kind of character. Sentinel is a protector that people sleep on, and then all of a sudden he ults and you lose half your team. I'm going to put him as the last priority, but he's going to be high up there. I'm going to put him on the other side of Oath here. Oath and Miss Marvel. I think this is... but I have Nimrod here? Well, that doesn't make much sense. I think like this, then. Yeah, I think like this, then. I'm comfortable with that. Cersei, DOA, Shadow King. Y'all slept on the fat purple man a bit too much. People are now using Shadow King in Arena. I use Shadow King as like a burner team in Crucible, and sometimes with his possession and his damage, he'll just delete people. He's high on this list. He's a 105 MVP. I know that's some people are gonna rage out about that. Some people think that just because he's not doing what Old Man Logan does, he's a failure of a character, and those people are crazy. They're crazy. Red stars on this guy matter, and levels and stats on this guy. He's a new character with new stats, good stats, amazing kit. He pumps damage. He's better than Kaori. He's better than Agatha. Is he better than Blade? That's a stretch too far. That's a stretch too far. Blade's pretty goddamn amazing. Shang-Chi garbage, Power Broker garbage, Shatterstar garbage, Shocker garbage, Shuri, Sif, Silver Samurai, Silver Surfer. I mean, God, he's Kraken Snack, the biggest Kraken Snack. Like, he's the crumb on the Kraken Snack plate, I guess. Above Chavez? I don't know. He's a tough one. I think a lot of people will bring him up, and you're going to see some interesting, like, one-shot side of him out of nowhere, but it's going to be few and far between. Spider-Man, sadly garbage. Spider-Man 2099. You guys are going to be surprised. I think he's still a Kraken Snack. I think he still gets a regular, but still some use with Weaver, and so you'll see a lot of Krakens bring him up, and it'll be better than here, 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 here. Yeah, better than here. Better than here. And then I struggle to bring him past that. Okay. Spider-Man Big Time. He'll be another Kraken Snack. He's got some anti-tank mechanics. We see him used in war defense, even off his team. It's not really impactful, but I still see people do it. His revive strip and his defense down has a harder time landing it against the new meta stats, but he still does it as a skirmisher, so he's still a Kraken Snack. Very, very niche. Very, very niche. Noir and Pav. They're going to be right up there with the other spiders. Noir above Ghost, for sure. And then Pav. Where'd Pav go? I just lost him. There he is. Okay, Pav is going to be... above Penny? Yeah, above Penny. I see some crazy use out of Pav, even as a plug-and-play character. There's some interest to be seen there. I think there's untapped potential. Just with him doing the vulnerables and having speed up on spawn with a turn 1 slow. There's some use for this guy still. In fact, I have a hard time putting him there. I think I put him up here. I think I put him up here. And I think I'm comfortable with him there. There's an argument for him to be like all the way up to here. There's an argument for it, but I don't think it's strong enough. I don't think it's strong enough, yeah. Alright, Spider Punk. Nope. Spider Slayer. Yeah, he does good damage. He gets subbed off the team pretty quickly, especially if you don't want to push people too quickly. I put him on the other side of Craven before Doc Ock. Weaver. Yeah, Weaver's still a really interesting character. We still see some great use out of her. But I can't put her... Damn, I can't put her that high. I can't... She can't leave the Kraken Snacks if this is the wall of people that go before her. I think here. I think here. I think I'm good with that there. Yeah. Right beside Pav. They got the same mask. Different color. Spider-Woman breaks my goddamn heart. She's such a good fun kit. Squirrel, no. Starbrand. Oof. I mean, he gets subbed off his team quite often, but if you were going to use the out-of-time team still, he would still be a Kraken snack. He would still go probably right between the two. Yeah. The out-of-time team still kind of hanging on as one of the good war teams. But that's Kraken-y for sure. Star-Lords, Kick Rocks, Stature. Ooh, Storm is a great character. Here's the thing. So people that have been doing the prologue raid for with the Uncanny Avengers without Hercules, it feels really bad. But there's a reason it feels really bad. It feels really bad because you're not getting that beast energy by having the whole team. When you do, and you can open up every node with Storm Special, and at one point in every node, you can just ass blast it with her ultimate, she's going to be super crucial to this team. And being able to sim it. And for that reason, I got to put her up next to Jean. She's really good at the Immortal. You know what? Above Captain Britain. I'm good with that. I'm good with that, actually. Super necessary for the raids and really, really good in Crucible. I'm good with that. Yep. Yepers. Strange Heartless, garbage. Strafe, garbage. Sunfire, Alpha Flight. Alpha Flight royalty. He gets the Kraken Snack nod just because we want to be able to sim those nodes. Just because of that. Trust me. Sunspot. Somebody in chat was just bringing up this. And I am reading chat, by the way, guys. How is Extreme outranking Spider Society here? That's a really good question. And I don't think Sunspot outranks Spider Society. My thought process in why Krakens would prefer to level the Extreme characters over leveling the Spider Society is because the counters for Spider Society, they don't care as much about power as, say, Superior 6 cares about the power differential when they're facing off against X-Men characters. That's why. And I think they're close enough that they're pretty even across the board here. All right. Super Skrull. He's a 105. I'm sorry, he just is, guys. With the new use we found for Super Skrull, the Zuvi counter, which is Annihilators with Super Skrull, up against like a Mephisto Kahori team on Crucible defense, this goes hard. This goes really, really hard. And Super Skrull, he could ult and just take out everybody except for the endgame Thanos. That happened nearly today. So he's high up there, above Ares, above Kahori, above Agatha. He's not above Old Man Logan. Is he better than Shadow King? It's close. It's close. It's super close. I think he is. I think he is for his plug-and-play use. Because I think with the possession mechanic, you really want Shadow King to be with the rest of his team. Whereas Skrull, he just wants some villains around him, pretty much. And I guess for that same reason, like you need Man-Thing for Blade, and you need Agatha for Blade for the same. So you know what? Put him there. I can't put him past Omega Red. Or sorry, Old Man Logan. I can't. I just can't do it. I think he's good there. Yep. Diamonds on Skrull, by the way, not a bad idea still. Swarm, leave as is. Kestra, leave as is. Sylvie, leave as is. Void Knight. Now, I'm going to put Void Knight in the same place I put the other symbiotes, which is Kraken Snack. And that's only because we do see this 3Ps team in Crucible and War Defense from time to time. Now, they do have these like really powerful characters to try and help activate that initial Carnage passive that then just snowballs into pure death, right? And Void Knight is a big part of that. With the buff flips and just that little bit of extra damage, pushing somebody to 30% activating Carnage can be all the difference between just an ass whooping or an ass whooping receiving. I don't know. Words. All right. Continuing on. Symbiote Spider-Man. I would love to see a Symbiote Spider-Man rework for Null. Taskmaster. We know Taskmaster's getting a rework, right? He won the poll. He won the poll. He's going to be a 105 last priority or a 105 after MVPs. Here's my thought process, guys. If this is a Crucible team, right? He's a 105 after MVPs. Because now he is a new meta stats character on the Underworld team in War, plus a gangster in Crucible. With a team-wide blind, with assists, presumably, all that kind of stuff. Taskmaster rework is going to go crazy. But we don't know. I think he's still going to be better than Ghost, but I just don't know to put it further. Like, he probably will end up like here. Honestly, he'd probably end up here or even here. But because we just don't know what mode or what parts of his war kit are going to carry over to whatever his new mode is, we don't know. And if it's war and it kills the Underworld team, like, that sucks. T'Challa, no thank you. Regular Thanos, I mean, we do see him sometimes in Crucible right now. I think that's going to be a short-lived thing. I just wouldn't level him. Endgame Thanos, on the other hand, amazing character. We see him plug and play. We see his passive, that decay feature, absolutely wrecking nerds. He is up there. He is not in the same category as these guys. He is closer to the category of these guys. He is better than Ares. Maybe that was fate. I think he's actually better than Kahori in a lot of circumstances. That passive of Endgame Thanos is crazy. I put him over Agatha. I'm running into an issue. Where I'm like, is Endgame Thanos better than Shadow King? And I have a real hard time with that. But then I look at Blade and I say, is Endgame Thanos better than Blade? And my immediate answer is yes. Yes, he is. That passive from Endgame Thanos is a goddamn game changer. And I had that same problem with Skrull, which means I think Shadow King has to go above Blade. Yeah, I think I had the same issue I had when I was looking at Skrull and Shadow King. I then looked one past the Blade. I was like, well, no, Skrull's better than Blade. And the same thing just happened with Endgame Thanos. So I think Blade has to go on the other side of Shadow King. But I don't know about this. This is tough. Two different kinds of decay. He decays his team's negative effects. He decays the enemy's positive effects. I think this becomes a better offensive option and a better catch you out mechanic. Because you cannot stop this. You cannot stop the endgame Thanos passive. You can stun him with trauma and the passive still pops. You can stop the Shadow King. Okay, that's my rationale. Leader. Yes, Leader's a great character. Great character. He's going to be with the Cabal members for sure in the kind of 105 last priority. He would, in my opinion, he's below Namor, above Black Bolt. I think that's fine. Yeah. Thing. Well, look, if you build the new Avenger team, Thing is amazing. Otherwise, just not. Both Thor is not cutting the cut. Tiger not making the cut. Titanium, no. Toad, no. Ultimate Green Goblin, no. Ultimus. Okay, Ultimus is a good character. And his speed bar gain when a taunt appears, and his speed bar give when he gets a kill, are underrated and underappreciated. I'm going to put him as a 105 last priority. I can't. No. If Gore is a 105 after MVPs, then Ultimus has to be as well. But I don't think Gore is. I think Gore goes 105 last priority now. Above here. Above here and here, and below Cabal. Yeah. I think Gore had to take a step down. Looking at these characters, I can't say Gore is more impactful than any of these characters with what he does. He's got an interesting interaction with charge mechanics and with battlefield effects, but he either does it too soon and then the interesting thing happens after his first attack, or he's instantly controlled. Okay. Ultron, rip. Miles, no. Union, no. U.S. Agent, no. No, he can't get reworked, right? No, we did the poll for Thunderbolts. He didn't win. Vol, no, but somebody raised an interesting point in the comment section. Her lore is actually heavily tied to Phoenix. I think I would have preferred her getting a rework over the OG Phoenix. Just because her kit is more interesting, and being a Scopely original and having great Dark Dimension value, I think Scopely probably should have reworked Val instead of OG Phoenix. I know people would have hated that. They would have loathed it, but I think it would have been better for the community. Like, gameplay-wise. Valkyrie, no. Venom, no. Vision. He is part of that new team, the new Mighty Avenger War Team. He smacks. When he ults, it smacks. And it also does a turn meter rewind and a bunch of debuffs. If he's up against mystical characters, Scarlet Witch will get him to pop it off turn 1. I put him there. Yeah. Yep. I'm good with that. I actually really like the Mighty Avengers team in War. I know a lot of people aren't pumped for it. I'm pumped for it. Viv Vision garbage. Ooh, Vulture. Vulture is definitely suffering from old stats, right? He still has the extra focus on his special to strip buffs and put slow. He still has a turn meter rewind on his ultimate. But he gets like one shot by a Gambit soon. Right? Like, it's going to be a tough sale. I mean, he'll go with the other Superior 6 members. And I think he'll be number 1. Even above Kraven. But this is the Kraken Snacks, guys. This is Kraken Snacks for sure. For sure. War Machine. We know he's getting a rework. We know War Machine is getting a rework with Captain Sam. We know that team looks bonkers based on the leak. But I don't think he was the one that made it look bonkers, besides just being raw damage. So if that team is going to be as stupid insane as the leaks make it sound, and he's going to be a big damage dealer, I think he belongs with the other War characters here that are going to be Kraken Snacks as a damage dealer, and he'll probably go on the other side of Vision, but not over Medusa. My rationale, he's a rework character. Free-to-play players are going to be expecting Captain Sam and War Machine to carry the brunt of the damage until they get to farm the shards for those newer characters, right? So that kind of makes sense there. Wasp, Absolute A-Force member. Hits really hard. The Absolute A-Force team, it kind of feels like it's the 3 new members, and the other 2 get swapped out as soon as you try and put her on defense. If you put her on offense, she's still really impactful, but anytime you try and use this team, you're trying to use it against, like, a Mephisto, against an Odin. And she's just so slow. Even with Medusa, she just doesn't get off in time. I have a big issue with that. But I still use it. I still see the value in her. She'd be a Kraken Snack. She'd probably be a Kraken Snack of a lower magnitude. I think I'd put her above the Superior 6 members, above Sunfire, but not above Guardian and Sasquatch and North Star. Interesting enough. It's an odd place to put her, but yeah. Nope. Wolverine. Alpha Flight member. He's going to get the Kraken Snack nod just so we can sim this new raid eventually, because you definitely don't want to fail it. And for that reason, I think he goes pretty high. Probably right here between Spider-Man 29 and Doom. This is just for laziness. Wasp above Ironheart? Yes, Ironheart is the first one subbed out. Wasp is the second one subbed out. Wong, nope. X-23 and the Weapon X team. We're just going to leave her in the nope. Yelena. I hate you guys for not voting Yelena. We got Yellow Jacket, nope. Yondu, nope. Yo-Yo, nope. Baron Zemo. If he had new character stats, he'd be amazing. Then we have our Undying duo here. We have Zombie Iron Man and Zombie Juggernaut, and they're going to go up there. They're definitely Kraken Stack material. In fact, Juggernaut, as a pre-taunting tank, I think he actually making an argument to go even higher. 105 last priority. Above Hela, below everybody else. Zombie Iron Man, there's a lot of permanent kills. There's a lot of permanent kills that make it so that you want to have him built higher. If you're a war buff, I think he actually goes up here. If you're not a war buff, I think, yeah, I think he can just stay down here. Above Chavez, above Surfer, above Gwenom, above Rogue, above Quicksilver, but not above Moon Knight. And it's now occurring to me that I do not have Scarlet Witch on here. Scarlet Witch Zombie would be a 105 last priority. She's pretty strictly war. I mean, we'll see what future Crucible rules have and future towers, but she'd probably just be on the other side of Juggernaut. And that would be it, guys. That would be the tier list. I think that covers everything. So not a huge amount of MVPs. And Ares is such a PvP heavy character. Not the same sort of PvE usage you can get out of like Agatha and Kahori. I could see Ares moving down to 105. I could see like this. Ares with that anti-safeguard, I think he's got a lot of use in Crucible that people sleep on. I feel like I use him every single day in Crucible and every single day in War. And you get to use him on the offensive side. It's so much more fun. I'm comfortable with this. So this is what I'm going to do with this information, guys. I'm going to be leveling my characters in the 105 MVPs. When I hit 101, these guys go to 101. Do I level anybody else to 101 after that? Probably not. I mean, we're going to see the gold cost and the training material cost for each level. Somebody's going to get it for us. I promise you that, right? Somebody will get us that information, and then we can kind of plan out our gold a little bit better. So maybe I can start bringing up some of the lower tier people up to 101 if I am, like, have enough income to get more gold and training materials and keep up, while also keeping up with new characters as they come out. But it's more than likely that my 105 MVPs will all hit 105 before anybody below them hits 101. Because the levels that these guys get are going to be that much more impactful. Assuming it's still 20% jump. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'll just work my way down the tiers as I get the materials to do so. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about my decisions here. Let me know if you guys are excited at all for level cap. I know a lot of people aren't. Why am I excited for level cap? I'm excited for Spotlight 2 Difficulty 2 because I do think it was balanced around level 105. The second my Alpha Flight lost in the prologue on Difficulty 2, I knew I had to level my Alpha Flight up higher so that they can't lose, right? So I do think that the new raid was built for 105. I think the next like Orcus raid or whatever they're going to call it is going to be built for 105 as well. I think future towers, future kill modes, they're all going to be built for 105. So I'm not excited for just like the same sort of copy paste journey we had from 95 to 100, but I am excited to be bringing up the right characters that will distinguish my roster from other people around me, which is only true if you don't play against Krakens who will level up everything right away. Hope this information helps you in your journeys. For now, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, and have fun. And I'll see you guys next video. Bye for now.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.